There is a pattern almost every young person knows, even if they don't talk about it. You wake up one day feeling low, tired, unmotivated. You open your phone. And you find it. A motivational video. A speech. A quote. A powerful message. And suddenly something shifts inside you. You feel powerful, focused, ready to change your life. You tell yourself, "This time I will be different." You plan your day. You imagine your future. You feel unstoppable. But then something happens. 2 days later. 3 days later. The energy is gone. You are back where you started. And you start wondering, why does motivation never last? This is the question that confuses almost everyone. But the truth is simple. Motivation was never meant to last. And understanding this changes everything. Motivation is not a system. It is an emotion. And emotions are temporary. Motivation is excitement, inspiration, emotional energy, psychological activation. It is what happens when something touches your mind deeply in a short moment. A speech, a story, a success video, a personal realization. But like all emotions, it rises, peaks, and falls. So when you rely on motivation, you are relying on something unstable. It is like trying to power your entire life using short emotional bursts. It will always fade. Because it was never designed to stay. When you watch motivational content, something happens in your brain. You enter a heightened emotional state. You imagine success, change, transformation. Your brain releases energy signals that make you feel capable. But there is a catch. You are not actually doing anything yet. You are only imagining. So your brain gets a temporary reward without real effort. This creates a powerful feeling. I am ready to change. But readiness is not change. It is only emotional preparation. And preparation without action fades quickly. This is where most people get stuck. There are two worlds. 1. The motivational world. Big ideas. Strong emotions. Powerful speeches. Vision of success. 2. The real world. Discipline. Repetition. Boredom. Resistance. Consistency. The problem is not motivation. The problem is the gap between these two worlds. People feel powerful in the motivational world, but unprepared for the real world. So when action becomes required, the excitement drops. Resistance appears. Discomfort starts. And because there is no system in place, they fall back to motivation again. Many people go through the same cycle. They decide, "This is my new beginning." They start strong. Waking up early. Planning goals. Feeling focused. Then reality hits. Tiredness. Distractions. Stress. Boredom. And slowly, they stop. Then guilt appears. Then they restart again. This creates a loop. Motivation, action, difficulty, stop, guilt, motivation again. And the cycle repeats for years. Not because people are lazy, but because they are relying on emotion instead of structure. Discipline is often misunderstood. People think discipline means extreme energy, constant motivation, strong willpower. But discipline is simpler than that. Discipline is doing something even when you feel nothing. Not excitement. Not inspiration. Not pressure. Just consistency. Even when you are tired. You are bored. You are not in the mood. Because discipline is not emotional. It is structural. At the beginning, discipline feels uncomfortable. Because your brain resists. Effort without reward. Repetition without excitement. Action without emotion. So it pushes you back toward motivation. But discipline has a hidden secret. It becomes easier over time. Because repetition creates familiarity. And familiarity creates stability. So what was once hard slowly becomes automatic. Most people don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because they depend on motivation. They avoid discomfort. They lack systems. Without systems, good days don't matter. Bad days break everything. But with systems, progress continues even when mood changes. And this is the difference between temporary change and real change. The solution is not to remove motivation. The solution is to stop depending on it. You need routines, structure, habits, repetition. Because habits do not require emotional energy. They operate even when motivation is gone. And that is the secret most successful people understand. They don't wait to feel ready. They act until feeling ready is no longer required. Motivation is not your enemy. But it is not your foundation either. It is only a spark. And a spark cannot run a long journey. At some point, you must shift from feeling inspired to becoming consistent. Because inspiration starts movement. But consistency builds life. And the moment you stop asking, do I feel like doing this? And start asking, is this something I do regardless? That is the moment your life begins to change.